Hello, everyone. Welcome again to this online advanced graphics class sponsored by Oda Designs and BCCM Inspirations. And yes, wow, we've actually come to the very last class for, this advanced graphics class. So today we're going to be looking at finishing and delivery. I'm sure you've enjoyed the class so far. Now, the truth is you have access to all of these sessions forever, except you lose the link, or maybe you do not have access to the YouTube channel anymore. And that's why we ensured that it was actually stored in a YouTube channel, so you can always access it whenever you want, just for review and to ensure that your practice becomes better. Okay, now this class might look like one of the most basic, but the truth is, because a lot of people neglect it, they have not been able to prove themselves as professionals. And that's why you still keep seeing a lot of floppy designs. You see designs that, they look very beautiful, but then at the end, you just see one mistake somewhere and all of that. And then, of course, it loses its touch. Okay, so we're going to be going straight to this class. Now for the freebies, I actually decided to give the freebies at the initial stage of this class so that I won't have to do that at the end of the class. So the freebies has already been delivered. They've already been delivered at the beginning of this class. And those are the ebooks that I sent to you, okay, via a Google Drive. So those ebooks are actually, they are worth thousands. Okay, each of those books costs nothing less than 10,000 naira. Okay, it's something that we must not joke with. So if you want to pursue a career on graphics design, you want to go professional, maybe beyond this class, you want to start doing designs on system and all of that, then you need to go ahead and study those books. Okay, it is true that practice makes perfect, but most times when your practice is without knowledge, then perfection is not in view. All right, so I want us to go through those ebooks and just see one or two things you can learn from it. Don't undervalue them. That I gave it for free does not mean you should undervalue them. All right, please do not undervalue them. So go back and check those ebooks, download them if you have not, and just read one or two. I'm sure you are going to have a lot to learn. So those ebooks actually have instructions on Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, and even Corel Draw. Okay, so it's going to help you a lot. Now, finishing and delivery. Now, what exactly is finishing and delivery? This is ensuring that now your work is done and then delivered in the way that your professionalism is seen. Okay, so because when you finish a very nice design, it is very important that you take your time and scrutinize your design. Okay, check out for errors. Maybe full stop was supposed to be somewhere, comma was supposed to be somewhere, a place where you were supposed to abbreviate, and then wrong spellings and all of those things. So these are all the constituents of finishing. Okay, so finishing is taking a proper view, and then if you have friends that are also professional designers, let them rate your work and or before you deliver it to your client. Why this is important is because you do not know the job that you will do that will announce you. All right, it's just one job that somebody will see and will be like, wow, who did this? Okay, connect me to this person. Okay, that's why you must ensure that your finishing is top notch. You understand? And then delivery is also very important, and that's what I'm going to be showing us right away. And for this class, we're going to be using the Canva application. So let's just go right there now. All right, so follow me, and this is our Canva. Here will come. So if you've observed, almost all our designs have been on a dimension that will fit for a display picture on Instagram, a display picture on WhatsApp as well. Okay, the reason is, of course, that this is a very digital age, so a lot of people want designs that can be on their social media everywhere. They can even use it as WhatsApp DP and all of that. But please don't mistake it to be the automatic dimension for all your designs. No, when you actually call to do a professional job, okay, like design a flyer and all of that, you should go on Google and search for the dimension of a regular flyer. Like, take for instance, when you are told to design a roll-up banner, you can't start doing 192 by 192 pixel. Okay, no, it's not going to work. That's not a roll-up banner. Okay, so and I showed us the dimension for a roll-up banner. There are different sizes, okay, so depending on the size that is actually needed. So you go on Google, you Google the dimension of that job you are actually told to do, and you ensure you do a professional work. All right, so even after doing it and the person still wants it to be on his DP, you can come on Canva, still click on Instagram post, and then bring in that image, okay, and then make it to be there. So it's something that just has to do with your creativity, but do not think that this regular dimension is the dimension you need for all of your designs. I hope that is clear. Good. So now this class is not supposed to be a very long one, so I'm just going to be using a blank page and uploading an already finished work. So now the work is finished. Now that's finishing. Okay, so you are importing a finished work. Okay, importing a finished work on your Canva application, and I've told you what will ensure that your work is finished is that there is proper scrutiny and it has been proofread and everything has been checked, color combination, all of those things by your fellow professionals too, and all of that. And that's why, staying in this WhatsApp group is advisable. Okay, so just remain. So whatever work you do, you can drop it on the WhatsApp group for review and all of that. And I promise you, whenever I'm available, I'm going to respond to all of your questions. All right, so let's just click on this. Let's assume that we were told to design this and the person wants to actually print this job. Okay, so just bring it to the same dimension, and that's it. You have it there. So this work is a finished work. It's a finished work. You check everything. Oda and BCCM Inspirations online class, learn graphic design with your smartphone and all of those things. Finishing is done. Now you click here. Okay, now save as. Now save as, you click down here. Now you send your job in two formats depending on what kind of job it is. Okay, if it's a logo, you try to mock it up. So you send the mock-up, you send the logo without the mock-up, and then you also send the PDF file. So just send the three like that. And anytime you are delivering your job, of course, that's going to be part of the delivery. I will tell us that. So PDF print is what you click, and then you click your crop, marks, and bleed. This crop, marks, and bleed, it allows for an addition to the original size of the design. And the reason for that addition is so that when it is printed, they can, just like how they do a passport. When you take a passport photograph, they have to cut some edges. Okay, so this time it's not your design they are cutting, because even some of the edges of your design is still very important in the design. So that's why you need to add a bleed. So that bleed now is just a normal white background, so they just cut it off, and so that your design comes out the way it is supposed to be. Good. So now let's check this. I've already added my bleed, so let's show print bleed. So if you check this very well, you are going to see, let me just zoom it. Now look at the edge. You see the edge? Now you can see dotted lines. The dotted lines is showing us that that's the end of our design. Now this extra white page is actually, this extra white page where you just saw this line now, this is the bleed that has been added. So when you print your work out, you just cut it out, and then your design is perfect. I hope that is very clear. Okay, so after you've done that, okay, so PDF, crop and bleed, and then you download. All right, so you download. Let me just download this, and then I'm going to show us exactly how to deliver this job. So after saving as that, okay, so after saving as that, remember to still save it. You save it again, click on save as a JPEG. Okay, not a PNG. I've told us a PNG is a file without a background, but most times it is advisable that you save all these petty jobs that you do on Canva. You save it as PNG because it increases the sharpness. Okay, it makes your work look very sharp, but not standard. All right, just very sharp and beautiful and all. But if you are delivering a very professional work, ensure you send it as a JPEG file. Do you understand? So you click on JPEG and then you click download. Okay, so there won't be any need for me to do that download. Now you want to deliver this to someone on WhatsApp. Now let me show us. So you want to deliver it to somebody on WhatsApp. How do you do it? Now there are two ways you can deliver your job. You can send it via the all right, sorry for that break. So if you can send it to the person on and his email address, okay, because when you send it via email, the content, the quality, nothing is affected, so it comes as original, okay. But when you send it on WhatsApp directly, like a JPEG, like just a normal picture, WhatsApp reduces the quality of pictures. I know you might not notice, okay. Now, one of the very skills of graphic designers is sight. You must have eyes. Let me not say spiritual, but inspirational. Okay, so you must have eyes to be able to see, and that's exactly what we'll tell you about. If there is a color that isn't good, the sharpness, the brightness, you should be able to notice changes that an ordinary eye will not see. Okay, so when a quality of an image reduces as a graphics designer, you should know. All right, so now I want to deliver this job to this person on WhatsApp. Now, this is how to do it. You will not send the job like this. This is how a lot of you send your job. You go on graphics like this. So, all media, let me see, okay. Like, you just go here and then you click on the image. Let's take, for instance, this one. Just click on this and then you send. This is not even an image. So, okay, whoever did this, you did a nice job. All right, good. But like I said, just the placement. So you just do this and then you click send. Okay, this is what a lot of us do. But little do we know that this actually reduces the quality of this picture. Now, you might not notice it, but as a graphic designer, you should be able to see that something has happened to this. Something has happened to this. All right. I know you might not get to know now, but as you keep on practicing in graphic design, you will notice changes in quality and texture and everything. So how do I deliver this particular job, to make it good? This is what you do. You click on document. All right. Clicking on document now would ensure that that picture retains its original quality. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. So where exactly would that be? Okay, this is Bluetooth, sorry. So images, WhatsApp images. Now that is it. So you click. Now you can see JPEG and you send. That's JPEG. Now you're sending it as a JPEG file, but it's like a document. So when you click it, this is not the same with the first one. Look at this and look at this. You can see there is something. You can see that this one is brighter. You can see how sharp it is, and this one is a bit dull. Okay, so that's how you send jobs on WhatsApp. Send it as a document. Click on document and then click send. Now, if you are even sending a video most times, okay, on WhatsApp, you see that videos, you are not allowed to send anything exceeding 17 megabytes. Okay, but when you send as a document, you are allowed to send videos up to 100 megabytes. All right, so when it exceeds 100 megabytes, then you might not be able to send as a document anymore. So you can see document is a more advisable medium or channel to send your jobs. All right, so now let's get that job. So that particular job that I just did, so we're going to go look for it now. So I think that image, I saved it as a document. So Canva. All right, I need to add in something. Just hold on. All right. So like I was saying, so this is how you're going to deliver that particular job that we just added a bleed to it, and it's saved as a PDF print. So you can send it to any printer anywhere across the country, anywhere across nations, and the person is going to print the job exactly the way you've done it. Okay, so if you're sending it on WhatsApp, you just click and then you click document. It's no longer, of course, an image. It's now a document because it's on PDF already. Okay, so you just click. Remember, the app we used was Canva. So you just you go to, of course, your storage. So if you store on wherever you store on, so if you store on, let's say, your memory card, you go to your, of course, your external memory card. If not, you go to your phone memory and then you click on Canva. That's the application we use, and then you look for that document. It's going to be right there. So this is the document, I believe, and then you send it. All right, so you can see it right there. So now let's click it and let's see exactly what we've done. So you open it with a PDF application and this is your job. You see that? So you can see the edge. The edge is telling you that a bleed was added. So you can print this job and you can also redesign this job on Adobe Illustrator, because because it's already on PDF. All right, Adobe Illustrator works effectively only on the system. All right, so these are the things you must ensure in your finishing and delivery. Okay, these are the things you must ensure. So I told us, if it's a logo or something, you mock it up, and then you send the mock-up. Everything must be sent as a document. You send them as a document. Don't ever send anything like this. All right, so you don't send your job to your client like this. Don't do that. So I'm just going to delete it. All right, so don't send a job like that. Send it as a document. Okay, so thank you so much for being part of this online advanced graphics class. I hope you've learned a lot. Okay, now the truth is, nobody can actually teach you to go that extra mile that you want to. Okay, if you want to be a professional in graphics design, then you just have to keep practicing. You have to keep looking for jobs to do. You don't need to look for jobs that you are going to get paid for yet. Okay, start doing jobs. When people say they just need a design, be a volunteer. Keep designing, okay, until you become that pro that you want to be, and then people will begin to honor the kind of deliveries that you give and then begin to pay you for it. Okay, so don't just be after the money at the initial stage. Thank you so much. I remain my humble self, BCCM Inspirations, of course, in conjunction with Oda Designs. Thank you very much. God bless you. If you have questions, drop them on the group. Okay, and thank you for being part of this class. Have a nice day.